Things we wish we knew before our first trip to Walt Disney World.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the YouTube channel. These are some things we wish we knew. Kind of things that I wish I knew now, still.
Things we need to remind ourselves about.
But certainly wish we knew before our first trip. Would have made our first trip so much better if we knew these few things that we're about to talk to right now.
We're going to list out 5 things that we wish we knew, and we hope that it helps you when you're planning your next trip to Walt Disney World.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast on YouTube here. Don't forget to subscribe to our regular podcast on iTunes. The link is below there. But now let's get to the points.
Number 1, things we wish we knew. I wish we knew we could visit other Disney resorts.
I mean, I kind of wish I knew this, but I also kind of like the fact that we were sneaking around, at least we thought we were, and trying to, like, we were getting away with something. We first visited the Polynesian when we first fell in love with it. We weren't staying on property. We certainly weren't staying at the Polynesian. And we went there and visited it. And I like the fact, looking back now, like, we were like kind of like looking around, making sure no one was seeing us kind of sit on the lounge chairs on the beach and, you know, walk along the boardwalk there. And, you know, looking back at it now, they just didn't really care because everybody does that.
Yeah, we weren't really getting away with anything, but it felt good.
It felt special. And, like, the kids loved it because we were, like, pretended like we were staying at the Polynesian, even though we could in no way afford to at the time.
We felt really rich just being there.
Yes, but Disney allows you to go to any resort and kind of look around, and they want you to do that because it makes you want to go back and stay at the resorts like it did for us at the Polynesian.
Oh my gosh, it's the best way to spend a summer or whatever day when you're in Florida. If you're not staying at the resort, if you're not even planning to be at Walt Disney World, it's really cool that you can just go visit the other resorts.
Yeah, I mean, this is what makes us want to stay at other resorts, is going there and hanging out and looking around. And if we want to stay at, maybe we want to stay at the Caribbean Beach Resort next time, we'll go there and visit it and kind of scope it out before we actually stay there.
And you can get the atmosphere of the resort. You can try the food. There's a lot of ways that you can really have fun and not actually sleep there.
Yeah.
No pool hopping. Okay, next one. I wish I knew the size of Animal Kingdom and how achy my feet would be afterwards.
For some reason, when you think of Animal Kingdom, you don't think it's as big as the other parks.
Why is that? Is it the lush landscape? Is it the tropical vibes? Like, what is it?
I have no idea what it is, but it is not true. It is very large. You will walk a lot, so be prepared. And it feels much hotter at Animal Kingdom than any other park.
It's always much hotter, and I know they do that on purpose to really get you in that mood. Right?
I think it's similar to the feel you get at the World Showcase, where it's like an oval and there's no walking across. Yeah. You got to go all the way around.
You really got to hike and work for it, right?
Yeah, like you go, like we've been to Animal Kingdom many times, and you know, you guys will be in Pandora and we get off Everest and we're like, oh, we got to walk all the way over to Pandora. It feels like it's so far away.
So far. Or people that message us and ask us what we would do for rope drop, and some people decide to go all the way to the safari, which is so far in the back, and it's like, how do you even do that and then be able to continue with the rest of your day? I'd be wiped. I don't know if I'm just lazy or
maybe you think the best thing to do is just kind of slow your roll when you go to the Animal Kingdom and don't try to run from attraction to attraction, because that'll run you right out of the park.
Yeah, get right. I agree. And really take in the atmosphere, really slow down. I think that's when we really truly fell in love with Animal Kingdom.
Yes, for sure.
Next one.
And it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but it's hard because you're there. Maybe it's your first trip and you want to maximize your trip, but you got to resist the urge to do that.
Resist the urge, folks. Okay, next one. Never do parks back to back. Now, that goes with the whole my feet would hurt afterwards type of thing. I didn't realize how hard it would be to go from Magic Kingdom to Epcot, from Animal Kingdom to Epcot. I think the only exception here would be visiting Hollywood Studios, because Hollywood Studios is not very big.
No, it's even with Star Wars Land there and Toy Story Land, it's still feels like the smallest park, and I think it is the smallest park.
It doesn't do what the other parks do to my body, but certainly I think not scheduling parks back to back really, really helps. And you kind of have to remind ourselves this, because a lot of times we go down for a short period and we want to see all 4 parks, so we really try to cram them in. And by the 3rd day, it's almost a blur. Like,
especially if you're new. If it's your first trip, The
Leave
worst
for
thing
now.
that you can do for yourself is not know what you're doing when you go there or where you want to go.
Yeah.
And schedule 3 days back to back at the park, because you are going to walk a lot more than someone who knows the park
Yeah.
and knows what attractions are where and how to get there in the most efficient way. When you're new, you're going to be lost. You're going to be all over the place, and you're going to feel like you walk twice as much as somebody else who's been there multiple times.
If you're new, subscribe to our podcast over on iTunes or Stitcher Radio, and then you'll
or
feel,
the YouTube channel that you're watching right now.
Yeah, then you won't feel new. But I'm telling you, this is something that even as veterans, like, we really feel like it's something that I have to consistently remind myself about. Like, even if I have the most comfortable shoes, outfits, whatever, like, don't try to make it so that you go back to back and then kind of not realize what you saw.
Yeah, and listen, it's okay to be new. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm new, I have to organize my day and every minute needs to be accounted for. No,
Yeah.
sometimes the best part about being new is walking around and wandering and doing what you like to do as a family.
So you're not new?
Just don't overextend yourself and try to do that 3 days in a row.
Got it. Okay. Good advice. Good solid advice there, Bruce. I like it. I love it when you can chime in.
Thanks for thanking me.
You're welcome. Okay. Next one, that Florida weather in the winter can be weird. And I'm saying it's like you have to pack your entire wardrobe to visit Florida in their winter months.
Yes.
It goes from like 80 degrees one day to, I've heard this past week, it was as cold as 40, 30 degrees in the morning. So, and I think a lot of people don't expect it. So
You're not going to get any sympathy from me. 40 degrees in the morning, I'll take. Florida, my life in Florida is both 20 degrees warmer weather-wise and my life when I'm there.
You're right. I know. I'm sorry.
So
Sore
if you
subject.
complain that it's 40 degrees in the morning when you wake up in February, you are not getting any sympathy from me. I will call you the Wambulance. We'll call WAM 11.
Meanwhile, it's snowing again here in Boston. So yeah, I can feel you there. But also, just keep in mind that the summer months, our oldest gets really cold in the air conditioning. So always bring some extra layers.
We've been a couple times and, you're swimming one day and you're wearing sweatshirts the next.
It's weird, right? Like,
Yeah.
Especially I feel like anytime between January, February, March starts to get really warm. So it's pretty consistent after that. But in February, we have photos of our kids wearing their New England winter coats, right?
Yes.
There's a winter coat in Florida, but there's a New England one. It's like, one of those things where you can't put your arms down type of jacket. I have seen pictures that we've had taken when they were at the Magic Kingdom one year. It was that cold in the morning. And then the next day we were in swimsuits.
Yeah, I was going to say, on the flip side, we have gone swimming multiple times when we've gone in February. So people always ask us, what's the weather when we go down there in February? And we say, it's pretty schizophrenic.
Pack everything.
Yeah. You don't have to pack a lot when you go to Florida most times. You can pretty much guarantee what you're going to wear, except February.
Shorts, flip-flops, bathing suits, and every other month except, I would say, December, January, February.
Yeah, you need to bring it all.
Iffy months. Okay, and sometimes November too. When we stayed at the Disney's Beach Club, I think it was November of 2018.
That's right.
It was pretty cold. We as New Englanders didn't go in the pool.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
It was above freezing. I was in the pool.
I think I saw you in the jacuzzi, not the pool.
That's true.
Okay, last one. This is a plug to our last YouTube show. So if you haven't checked that one out yet, go check it out. I wish I knew that there are a bunch of ways to save money.
We also did a whole podcast. So our last YouTube channel, which we'll link up below, we talked about quick ways to save money, but we elaborated on that a lot more for the podcast. So if you're interested in ways to save money, go check out the podcast on that.
That will be coming out later this week. So check that out.
By the way, it'll be coming out later this week. So we didn't put it out yet.
Yes.
I thought we did, but we did not.
No. So
But yeah, there are many, many ways you can save money that aren't maybe the ways you would think about saving money.
it just makes a trip affordable, even the ones where you feel like it's unattainable. Or I have a lot of friends that reach out to me that say, oh, we're going to go to Disney. It's probably going to be a one-time thing. We really want to have a great time, but, it's expensive, so it's going to be a one-time thing. And then I look at their list of things that they're doing, and I'm like, whoa, let's edit this.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a one-time thing, Certainly, if you want it to be, sure, spend all the money.
Right.
But you don't have to, and I wish I knew that a long time ago. We probably would have been going a lot more back in the early days.
And there are ways to save money that aren't like boring ways to save money that you're going to ruin your trip on. Right?
Yeah.
Did we talk about those, or did we talk about all the ways to save money that are going to make your trip boring and ruin it?
No, it's going to be a fun, I promise it'll be, look,
Sure?
you're going to be in Walt Disney World.
All right, because I don't want to.
How boring can it be?
It's not going to be that boring. But
Okay.
listen, I don't want to like save so much money that I don't enjoy myself.
You can still get Tonga toast.
All right, I'm in then.
All right?
Totally in.
We're good. All right.
We're good to go.
That's going to do it. Hope you guys liked it. We have a question of the show, right?
Yes. What is the question of the show, Connie?
The question's going to be, what are some things that you wish you knew before your trip to Walt Disney World? Maybe some mistakes you made, you wish you knew. Just whatever.
We asked this on Instagram and got 4,927 replies.
We did. We got a lot. So we want to see them here. Make sure you comment, and we will monitor. We won't be live, but we'll be live monitoring the comments between the hours of 8 p.m. Eastern Standard
Yep.
and 9 p.m.
Yes, we'll be in the comments below if you're watching this live when it comes out at 8 p.m. We'll be hanging out with you there. Let us know what is the one thing you wish you knew before your first trip to Disney. And then we will select the winner for a free t-shirt of your choice from the Unlocking the Magic store. Just got to send us an email. And we will announce the winner, though, on the podcast. So you got to subscribe here and the podcast.
We getcha.
Because we announced the winner for the YouTube channel on the podcast.
That's right. All right.
All right, thank you so much. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.